parents, so this is going to be a quick rundown of Google Classroom and its basic functions and how to navigate it for you to help your student with their remote learning. So when you first log into Google Classroom, your screen will look something like this, probably not nearly as busy, and the classes won't say Calculus and Senior Class of 2021. They'll probably be created by classes created by your students' teachers, so you'll probably see the specials that they will be taking, music, art, and what have you, gym. And then the teacher itself will have their classroom created, and they may have another classroom for other purposes. So I would expect maybe 6 or 8 different classrooms, not 24 of them. All right. The class I created for us to go through the tutorial is this parent tutorial class. So when your student logs in, whatever class it is that they're supposed to be going to, you're going to click on the class. And then it's going to give you the link to join the Google Meet for that class. Now, the Google Meet, I will create another video on the ins and outs of Google Meet and how to work with that. Just for this, to show you, you'll click on that, and this you may get, and this is a perfect example. Because I'm on a student account and the teacher, which was me, has not opened up a Google Meet, students are not able to get in. If this happens, just reload a couple times until the teacher has opened up the Google Meet, and then your student will be able to join. Okay? So I'll show you that on another video, getting into the Google Meet. Now, the first page you end up on is the stream. So this is anything that the teacher has posted, whether it be materials, assignments, information, just a memo here. There are ways for teachers to turn off the stream and control what gets shown here, so this may change a little bit depending on what your teacher has decided to put there. I tell all of my students, don't even look at the stream because it usually has too much stuff in it and is way overwhelming. Just go straight here to the classwork tab, because the classwork is going to be broken up in a way that you can more easily find what you're working on. Now, this is just an example of how a classroom may be set up. Depending on a teacher, let's say it's an elementary classroom, over here their topics may be math, ELA, social studies, science, whatever their actual content is that they're going to be teaching. I created this as a high school type model where maybe my topics are homework, classwork, some of my other classes, bell work. I have all kinds of things in there. I've created a couple different assignments so you can see how they work and how your student will do the assignment and then turn the assignment in. 2 different styles. The first one I'm going to do right here, it's a Cami assignment, which you'll probably see a lot of teachers are using Cami now. So when you click on this, the first thing that you need to do is open with Annotate with Cami. And Cami is an app extension that allows somebody to, I haven't used this on here, sorry. This will probably happen to you the first time you open a Cami. Allows a student to draw or type directly on a PDF document. So this is a lab that I've put up for my physics class. You can see here, I wrote on that earlier. Here, the student, I write, and I'm using my mouse, that's why it's so horrible. Okay, so if your student has a touchscreen computer, they can use their finger or a stylus to actually write on the document. Depending on what they're doing, you can also put a text box in. And type for answers. So depending on what the assignment is, there are different things that you can highlight things, you can put in text boxes, you can draw, you can erase, right? So these are all ways that you can use Cami to complete an assignment. Now, to turn an assignment in Google Classroom, we're going to click on the assignment. View assignment, sorry. And let's say I've modified my document, it's all good. I will click here to turn in. Once I have turned an assignment in, the teacher will see, notice that the assignment has been turned in, and I no longer have access. I can't change it. I can't modify it. If I need to make corrections, I have to unsubmit it, and then I'll have to resubmit the assignment. All right. You can add a message to your teacher here if you have questions about it. This would go to the entire class. Sometimes a teacher will ask you to discuss something as a class, you would add comments here. The second kind of assignment is one that I am just asking students to watch a video, and I don't have anything physically for them to turn in. I just say, watch this video for homework, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I encourage my students that once they've done that, to come over here and mark it as done. And I'll show you why. When you are in the home screen, or you come over here to the line, so either in the home screen, right here you see this to do, or in the lines you have this to do tab. The to do tab lists everything, every homework assignment that your student has to do. So you can filter it by class, and I pick one that has no homeworks. Here we go, parent tutorials. You can see that the sample homework posted video is not yet complete. So this is a good way for students to kind of look and see what they have coming up to do. I can look at all classes, and I can see these are the homeworks that, this would be my daughter, has to do coming up in the next 2 days. This would be anything that's missing, so anything that was due and she hasn't done. And then these are all the assignments that she has done, and obviously the grades as teachers grade them. Now, for students, the to-do tab is great. You can click on the assignment. I do the assignment, and now I mark it as done. By marking it as done, it takes it out of the to-do list. So now when I go to the to-do list, that assignment isn't there anymore. So this is a good way for students to get an idea of what they have to do, and then as they mark them done or turn them in, they come off of that list. If you have more, this is all I was going to do for this tutorial. If you have more specific questions on features in Google Classroom or Google Meet that you want me to address, if you could just let the school know, let your teacher know, your student's teacher know, and that message can get to me, and then I can make videos that will help you with whatever it is technology-wise that you're struggling with Google Classroom and Google Meet. Hope this helps.